Good afternoon. I pray that you are doing fine. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Okay, good. All right, so it is term 3. This means that it is a promotions term. I am not sure how you are going to be tested at school, but most schools will do an approach of testing you on stuff that would have been done in term 1 and term 2. So at this particular point in the term, I am making sure that we go over things that you would have done before. One of those things is going to be comprehension. And while comprehension is not difficult per se, the one that we're going to look at today is a little bit different. We're going to do a poem comprehension, but not only that, it is written in dialect, okay, in a Caribbean Creole, as they would say. Please pay close attention to some of the details I'm going to share here. When you get anything in the English in your English studies, whether it be English language or English literature, and it is written in Caribbean dialect, Creole, Patois, anything like that, that is what we call an informal style of speaking or informal language. So for example, you know that we speak both formally and informally. So as a teacher, a lot of my speaking is going to be formal because I speak to my students in a certain way. However, if I were speaking to my friend, I would use a more informal tone. So for example, let's say here are the keys for my office, right? So let's say that I wanted to ask someone to bring these keys for me. I can use a formal tone, which I use most of the time, and I may ask a student, could you bring my keys for me? However, if that were my good girlfriend, I'm going to say, pass them keys there, so. Right? We see the difference. In the poem that we have today, the person is using an informal tone, but not because she knows as well. Another reason for using an informal tone is when we are really passionate about something. We're really passionate about it. So you're going to find that many people will use an informal tone or their dialect when they're really angry. When they're really angry. Let's think about it. Have you ever heard people like having an argument on the street or something? Are they speaking to each other like, I cannot believe that you just hit my car. It is terrible that you just hit my car. I am so upset and you just hit my car. Or is it more like, you a big man, I can't believe that you just hit my car with cheese on bread, and it goes like that, right? So in our story today, our speaker uses her native tongue. And you have to be very comfortable reading it as well in her dialect. Also, what we're going to see coming up today is going to be gender roles, and this can get a little touchy. Gender roles can get a little touchy because it means that we are now looking at the way how women are perceived or seen in the Caribbean. You know, we're looking at our females treated the same way that we treat our males. Are they being paid in the same way? And all of those are things that we're going to see coming up. So anyhow, so let's get into our poem. So once again, we're looking at the role of her style of speaking, and we're looking at those issues of gender roles in this particular story called Elsa's Version. So let's get back to the document and let's get busy.